Thank you.
Chris, who are you referring to?
Roger.
I can see
Do I
me
need
on
to-
the screen.
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay.
Chris, are we live?
We are live.
Okay, Roger, whenever you're ready, you can call us to order.
Okay, who's speaking? Who's just talking to me?
Roger, this is Janelle Fairman. We're
Oh, that's
ready for you
Janelle.
to
Okay, that's-
call the meeting of the Redevelopment Authority to order.
Right. We're ready to begin. Let's call the meeting to order, and I need to know who's on the meeting at the present time. I can see some of the people. I don't see you,
We
Janelle.
can have David Brock call roll.
Okay, David,
Roger Dykes.
right here.
Derek Rochester. Tyler, how does your last name? Tyler Enyart.
Is that it? That's the three of us, huh?
Yeah.
All right. How do we handle a pledge of allegiance when we're doing teams?
You can just direct us to start the Pledge of Allegiance, and we will do it here, and you're welcome to mute yourself if you'd like.
Okay, I'd like to ask somebody to lead the pledge of allegiance that's in the room.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roger, when you're ready, you can propose for the election of officers, and then David Brock can call the roll after it has been moved and seconded.
Okay, let's follow the agenda, item 3, and proceed to the election of officers. Are you going to take the lead on that, Janelle?
I can, yes.
Go ahead. Seems like I shouldn't.
Okay. The following slate of officers has been proposed: Roger Dykes as president, Derek Rochester as vice president, and Tyler Enyart as secretary treasurer. So if one of you will move to approve the slate of officers, and
I
one will
move to
second.
approve.
A second. So we'll call the question. All in favor of accepting the slate of officers, say aye.
We'll have David call the roll so everyone can
Okay.
vote individually.
Roger Dykes.
Aye.
Tyler Enyart.
Yes.
Derek Rochester.
Aye.
The motion has
Okay, then.
passed.
Motion is passed, and we'll move on to approval of the minutes, but actually I couldn't find the minutes of October 19th. If I click on that, it'll go to there?
I'm opening it on the screen right now. Hopefully you all can see it.
Okay. And none of us were in attendance, I believe.
Correct. These are the minutes from last year. So if someone
Right.
would like to move to
Move.
approve the minutes and second,
I'll move to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Can we voice vote this?
we need to take, yes, with roll call.
Or with roll call? Call roll, please.
Roger Dykes.
Yay.
Tyler Enyart.
Yay.
Derek Rochester.
Yay.
The minutes have been approved.
Okay, the minutes are approved as written. No corrections. I was informed earlier today that there's no old business for this meeting. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so we're moving on to new business. And we have a resolution in front of us for that. Is somebody presenting the resolution? Is that Heather or?
Yes, I'll go ahead and open the resolution, and then Heather James from Ice Miller will present.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Janelle. All right, so I just want to make sure that everybody understands the role of a redevelopment authority. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to go over that really briefly before we get to the resolution. So in the state of Indiana, a redevelopment commission cannot issue debt in excess of their 2% statutory debt limit. And so we then look for exceptions to the debt limit so that one, we don't go over it, of course, and so that we don't eat up that debt limit and leave it available for other potential financings. So a recognized exception to the statutory debt limit is to issue lease rental bonds. And if any of you have ever worked with a K through 12 school financing in the state of Indiana, basically that's how every single one of those deals is done, with a lease rental bond. So in this case, instead of entering into a lease with a building corporation, the Redevelopment Commission can enter into a lease with a redevelopment authority. And that is this 3-member body that was created by an ordinance of the council. And all the members, as you know, have been appointed by the mayor. And the sole purpose of the Redevelopment Authority is to finance and construct local public improvements, or to acquire local public improvements and lease them to the Redevelopment Commission. So in this instance, we are contemplating a lease financing to pay off or refund an outstanding note that was issued. And we're looking to do that for a savings. So the authority would technically be acquiring the event center, which was the original project funded with the note. And so they would acquire that project and then lease it back to the Redevelopment Commission. The commission would then make lease rental payments to a to be determined bond trustee bank. And then that bond trustee will turn around and take those lease rental payments and use it to pay the principal and interest payments on the bonds. So because this is a pure refunding deal, there's no construction to oversee, no ongoing claims to be approved. The authority truly is just acting as a conduit for financing purposes. So during the course of this financing, we will ask the authority to meet and take action 3 times. This meeting to consider initial approval of the lease. Then at a secondary meeting to approve execution of that lease. And then finally, a 3rd meeting where the Redevelopment Authority will consider the bond documents and approving the actual bond financing. And whenever there's a Redevelopment Authority meeting, there's also a Redevelopment Commission meeting that's going to serve the same purpose. So we'll have those same 3 steps for the RDC and the Redevelopment Authority. So before you this evening is a very short and sweet Redevelopment Authority resolution that is preliminarily approving that lease and then allowing us to move to the next phase of the process, which would be consideration of execution of the lease after the Redevelopment Commission has had an opportunity to hold a public hearing so that the public can be heard on this potential lease financing. And again, we're not looking to construct anything here. We're simply looking to refund an outstanding note so that there's a savings to the city.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Heather, Tyler, or Derek?
No.
No.
Okay, as it's explained to me, it's fairly simple at this point. And I got some numbers. There's something like $24 million that we're discussing here. And there's lease payments of a couple million. So, and this is just basically the first reading, I take it. As you said, there's 2 more to come.
That is correct.
This is the
This-
this is
Go
the
ahead.
first resolution. It'll be 2 separate resolutions at a later.
Oh.
Date, but first resolution before the Redevelopment Authority.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve resolution number 24-01 as presented.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
You call the roll?
Roger Dykes,
Yes?
Tyler Enyart,
Yes.
Derek Rochester.
Yes.
Okay, the resolution has been approved by this board or authority at this time, and proceed with the method of full approval. Okay, are we done with that resolution at this point then? Yes. Heather's shaking her head yes. So, is there any other business to bring before the meeting this evening? I hear a lot of silence.
There's no other business to come before the meeting. I will just mention that we will meet again in 4 weeks to review the next stage.
You'll send out a notice of that?
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn at this point.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That completes the first momentous meeting of the Redevelopment Authority of Westfield, Indiana, attended by more than one novice.
Well done, Roger.
Thank you very much, Roger.
Okay.
Hey, Janelle?
Yes.
Janelle? This is John Dart. Am I on the right call, or do I need to sign back into another call?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
This is John